And welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube ride video. It's the 22nd of February 2026, 7:55 AM. Current temperature is 24.6, feels like 29.1, 94% humidity. Four millimeters of rain since 9 AM yesterday. It's not a huge amount of rain. Coming out of Mourilyan Road onto the Bruce Highway. Not a big fan of going on the Bruce Highway, but there is a fair bit of a shoulder on the way out to Mourilyan. So, the plan is to go to Mourilyan Harbour, but will that happen depending on the weather? Shout out to Connie, who I saw just before. Say hello. Always appreciate friendly people. So I'll see the riding conditions out here. It's another thing with these sort of videos, we can see how rider friendly it is coming out to these sort of places. So if the camera can't handle the brightness of the sky, or overly white. Overly white clouds. Stuff sort of make the sky go a little bit weird, but we get to see the road and the places around it. I think that's Rifle Range Road. On there, the name of it. There's no street sign on that side. Takes place back a bit further. There's a lot of roadwork stuff happening here. What are they doing up that road? Looks like I think they've been doing up here as well. Well, that's where they're just keeping their stuff. There's no white line. There is some reflectory type markers there. It'd be nice to have a nice wide area for people to ride all the way out. Great, we're nearly up to the United service station. Yeah, it's all fairly new. It's a little bumpy. Not overly, but it is a little bit. I can stop and turn the brightness down. There's your United 24 Pie Face service station. I go for a ride through there on the way back. Maybe not stop, but like just ride around the car park to have a look around the back and all that. We'll see how we go. I wish they'd put in bike racks. I noticed that when I walked out there was no bike racks. Anything easy to lock a bike up to. Not a good thing. August Moon Cobra Park to my left. So I've done 6.23 kilometres, that's from home to here. So when I say they need the distance, that's from home to here. Not from when I started recording. I like to know my full distance. Where I've gone, what I've done. There's a lot of room past the white line here on the shoulder. So far it's rideable. See how we go though. If I turn the brightness down, you can't see the road as well in detail, but you can see the sky better, so I'd rather see the road and the buildings, businesses and all that sort of stuff better. This is part of the Bridge Highway. It's Common Loop. Just there, to my right. Getting there. Slowly but surely. I didn't record the rest of the way because I've shown all that before on rides just lately, so thought we'll start recording where I haven't recorded riding yet. Tamina Creek videos, there's Garadunga, Darragee videos, Jubilee Road, all that sort of stuff. Flying Fish Point. Coconut's part, the camera stuffed up. Had errors in that on the, I don't know if it's the memory card or what. Once I formatted it after I transferred the other footage, the flying fish footage, it was fine. The Alandra, Mission Beach. Avoiding the roadkill. Roadkill looks like it's been there a fair while, that one. Yeah, see on the other side, there's part of the old highway. I noticed that when I walked out here. That should be turned into a bike track. That would be awesome. Make it a lot safer. All the way out to Mourilyan would be great. Like to a point it's worth crossing over in some spots to actually get on it, but it's not really designed to get on it. From over here. Some wood and that on the road, bits of wood, timber. Yeah, so if they turn that into a full-on bike track / walking track, that'd be amazing, because I do see people walking along here. Put signage up, let it be known on Facebook that it's been turned into that. That would be phenomenal. Make it so much safer. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it on the other side, but it's there. That looks like it's been cleared a little bit. It's a bit of a ditch, so it's hard for me to actually get across to it. Nins Creek, N-I-N-D-S. Just here. Otherwise I would have went over there. But I don't know how far up it goes, where it's cleared. Yeah, it's a hard one. Because there is the old bridge there and everything that you can use. As far as I know, it's part of the old highway, all that. Yeah, I think it just stops up here where it's been cleared. When you walk along, you can actually see when the grass is cut. You can actually see it. See bits of the road there, the old road. I don't think it'd take that much to clear it, but you just got to keep doing it. Yeah, you can see it over there. I'm going to cross over and go along it for a bit and just see how far it goes. Just don't really want to go through this puddle. Go slowly, it's fine. Yeah, I think it just goes to just up here. Yeah, wasn't really worth going across. But you can see what I mean though, look at this. Yeah, do this up, fill in a few potholes, put in some signage, put in some markings. We're going to be set for the majority of it, yeah. But anyway, we'll go back for that little bit. Get back onto the highway. Once the truck and all that goes past, and a few vehicles. But yeah, so that's the thing. It would be amazing to have that all the way along. So on the way back, if I remember, I'll chuff over here and go down, so I can go over the bridge and that, Nins Creek Bridge, the old one. Yeah, see, the lighting's better this way. The sun's not that direction. See the sky better. Wait for this vehicle. A lot of people would just zip across. I'm not that person. There's another vehicle. I probably could have, I just don't like doing it. I can do it now, because there's heaps of time before that vehicle gets up here. Get used to the weird looks of people riding an e-bike. Yes, a lawful e-bike. It's within the law, the limits. Top speed 25 kilometers an hour, and the motor's, I think it's 200 watts. It's whatever the limit is. When I looked it up, my research, so there was no way I was going to get one that was out of the legal limit. Avoid using engine brakes. Residential area. So we're nearly at Mourilyan already. Doesn't take long. Walking, yeah, it takes a while, but riding, nah. Yeah, if they cut all that back and turned it into a proper pathway all the way along, it would be awesome. How much chocolate should you eat daily, Charlie's? Australian premium chocolate. Of course they're going to say lots because they want you to buy it. Now we're in Mourilyan. Turn left 28 kilometres in a Larish. Welcome to Mourilyan. I don't know how many Mourilyan signs there needs to be, but anyway. Sugar Museum. 300 metres on the left. I think it's 300 metres. So we get closer. Yeah, 300 metres on the left. Which has been closed down for a few years now due to damage and flooding and stuff. It's a Mourilyan Cafe. That was still open last time I came out here. The place that when I last went there didn't have prices on their price list on their menu, which of course I wasn't a fan of. I think that's a bit silly, not having the prices, so they catch people, I guess. Benito's Auto Centre, A1 windscreens, etc. See, I could cut this corner and go down these side streets and go around, but I want to stick to the highway until I get to Mourilyan Harbour Road and that. So we can see the Hot Sugar Museum. Yeah, the signage is off there and everything now. I wonder how many customers they actually got there when it was open, like tourists and that going through. There's Australia Post and the Mourilyan Cafe there. Mourilyan Cafe and all that's to the left. And this used to be a picture theatre back in the day, this hall. Yep, I've seen photos of it as the picture theatre, and then there's a mobile service station. No EV charges for those wondering. Sadly, there should be at least one in places like this. Hotel Mourilyan, Mourilyan Hotel, the doggy. Coin operated laundry, it says there. The Discovery's Childcare and the Catholic, I think it's a Catholic church. I'm not too sure whether that's a Catholic or not, but it's a church, nevertheless. Don't know if it's still used, but there is cars there. I don't know. If anyone knows, let us know in the comments. There's a hairdresser over here. People recommend this hairdresser. Yeah, I've heard people, or read people say it on Facebook, when people ask about a hairdresser. police station, Mourilyan Bakery to my left, coming up from the Mourilyan State School. Being a Sunday course, there's no students. Corner of Cooma Street. We can go for a slight ride up here, as you see. It's like a lot of work going on at the different schools around. Things being done up and that, which is good. Good to see. This is Mourilyan State School. Surprising me these little schools exist. It's not a bad thing, I'm glad they do. Especially with the people who go to them. Just show you the front of it. I wonder how long it's been here for. There's got to be a history. Get some photos for history. Oh, established in 1908. There you go. So these photos, as always, will end up on the end of the video. Get as many as we can while we're here. There we go. Excellent. This is the way to Etty Bay and Mourilyan Harbour. I don't think I'll do the Etty Bay though at all, because I don't really want salt air and stuff on this too much. Sand, and there's too many hills. That's one place I get to go in a car every now and then, so 9 kilometres to Mourilyan Harbour, 9 kilometres to Etty Bay. There we go. And we'll go past the Christian bookstore. I like to get past the Etty Bay turn-off and go astray. Safety-wise, there's not much room on the past the white line. I know people ride out here and that. I wish some of the people from the bike clubs and that would have cameras on and do videos, even if they don't talk. It'd be cool to see where they go, what they do. Put it up on YouTube. Or even if they just say the location or something. Graham Road. To my left, probably to the right too. No, that's Flynn. It's Flynn to the right. So we're coming up where the Christian bookstore is. One that used to be in town, used to be where Bojangles used to be. Check them out if that's what you're looking for. Right here on Mourilyan Harbour Road. Take a cane train line to my left. But there's your Christian bookstore. It's around the house, part down the side of those sheds. To my right, you can see the grey sheds there. There's a Jesus fish on there. Cornerstone Christian bookstore. Where that sign used to be up. Near the old Bojangles, where just down from where the Flexi Respite used to be, the Flexi Cyber Cafe, that is. Down that corridor, where the eyelash place is now. Eyelash and eyebrows and all that stuff. Shout out to Lisa, it's not sponsored. I do know her and she's definitely a good person. Worth giving a shout out to. There's a railway bridge there. The warning about wildlife, some cattle. my left, sugar cane to the right, as well as the road, of course. Yeah, we're getting close to where you turn off to go to Eddy Bay. Some more cattle up here. 11 kilometres so far. I remember riding a push bike out here. It would have been early 2000s, very early. A normal push bike. I don't know what time of the year it was, it's too long ago now, but oh, wears you out. Yeah, little low-lying clouds. Sometimes just hear me go out past the white line. That's just to avoid things that'll pop the tyres. Unless there's glass or something that looks sharp, or roadkill. When there's no cars coming, so I do have mirrors, do the right thing. Car coming. Nearly up to the Eddy Bay turn-off. We'll let you know where that is, so if you're looking for it, you've got an idea of where it is, you just follow that all the way out. We might go and have a look at that little subdivision they put in, where there's extra houses. Just about every time I come along here, there's extra houses put in. It seems like that anyway. And in that little part there's where Johnston River Transport used to be back in the day. What is it now? Stonehouse Mechanical. It's got Traxon written on there. It's to my right. I might actually get a photo of that because it's the old yeah, the old mate. The old JRT. Because it's still got Traxon there. Remember seeing Traxon trucks and all that around back in the day, and cranes and bulldozers or whatever they had. Stuff with Traxon written on it. But yeah, you turn off just past this green here for Eddy Bay, this green sign. You see Eddy Bay written there. So those photos will end up on the end of the video as always. We're going straight, so gotta stick to the dotted line. Passion fruit pumpkins for sale. Eddy Bay Road to my left. Mourilyan 7. It's a school bus route or route. Next 6 kilometres. Not on a Sunday. Bit of low-lying water in that creek, a little bit there. So it's only about probably 6.5 kilometres now. That's not too far. It feels longer when you're actually in a car. To me anyway. Oh, when you're riding a normal push bike, that's a different story. That place is for sale to my right. I don't know if that's a normal railway line or not, or just a cane train line to my left. This looks too wide. There's the bulk sugar terminal out at Mourilyan Harbour. People do go fishing out here. And they take their boats off from Mourilyan Harbour. Bulk sugar ships come in. That'd be interesting to see if there was one there, but I doubt it this time of the year. That'd be really cool to see. I only come out once and seen that. Oh, would have been in the 90s, I'd say. When it was still pretty full on out here. There's more room. It's always a good thing. As you can see the sky better on the camera now too. It's Kara Road, K-A-R-R-A. Deno through road. As they come to a dead end or to someone's property. Some horsies. There's two that I can see. There's some more in another paddock. Some cattle. Oh, more cattle. Not really horses, cattle there. Oh, it could be a cane chain line now. I see it properly now. It's up where it's cleared a bit. A lot of farms. Some sugar cane coming up to my right. Thanks to everyone who makes sure there's room for me. I ride across, drive across, I mean. Make room. I do appreciate it. Chap has only got one headlight. Lots of peddling. Sugarcane for those who don't live here and have never really seen sugarcane. To my right. To locals, it's like duh, but yeah. I know I have international viewers. YouTube Studio tells me, and I know a couple that watch from America. And there's probably others too. And people that used to live here that are interested. It gives them more context to where I am when I say about certain landmarks and things. Oh, that's for sale. That land. Buggies. Something's parts service. It's hard to read from here. Oh, Borgies. B-O-R-G-Y-S. Something parts and service. There you go. Bit of a row of houses along here to the right. Nice flowers there. It's a beautiful dog. Beautiful white dog. That's a deep bark, that next one. There. Probably not used to seeing someone come along here on a bike. had other people say they've ridden out here over the years. Wow, there's a house way up in the mountains up there. Looks like a house. I don't know if you can see it in the video. It may not show up. But yeah, I don't know how they get to it. Yeah. Looks like a mobile phone tower too, to my left. Wonder if that's got all the networks. Oh, Optus and Telstra at least. Maybe Vodafone. Yeah. Looks like a random phone tower over there. You might be able to see that house now. If you really, really look. Probably not with the bike moving. There's a bit of a smell just here. I do expect it in the country. Like a road that goes out, or a track goes out to the tower. The tower. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that house there. Next time you're a passenger driving along, look up there and see what you can see. They'd have a view and a half. I think they'd see over the top of these trees that are to my right. Yeah, there's a fair chance they would be able to. It's like it's rained out here not that long ago. The road's still wet. So what have we done now? 15 kilometres. Yeah, nearly 16. Cassowary's next 3 kilometres. Report injured animals, phone 1300 130 372. I should actually put that in my phone sometime. So when I'm out on these rides, if I see anything, I can let the wildlife carers know. So I've got the GPS to tell them exactly where we are. Give them coordinates and that. There's some cattle. Oh, there's someone cycling, there we go. They're flashing light. Shitter, another outfit. And they're waving a smile. That's good. See, people do ride out here. Other people's. That house is to my right now, off in the hills. Oh, to my left, sorry. Yeah, some of those cyclists are really nice that wear the uniform you see around town, little outfit. Some of them are really friendly, they'll say hello, wave and all that, even when I'm walking. And then other ones just look at you like, ugh, you're nobody because you're riding an e-bike. Well, you know, I do have partial mobility issues and it's going to get worse. So I've got to do what I can to get out and about, and it gets me out further to do my videos. Gets me fresh air, gets me exercise because I am pedaling a lot of the time. I mean, I'm getting assistance, the pedal assist, but, you know, I'm still getting exercise out of it because I stick to pedal assist 1 the majority of the time. What's it say on the side here? Brakes. I thought it said brakes. Innisfail brakes, there we go. Innisfail brakes. To my left. Go all the way out here to get your brakes fixed, I guess. It'd be good if they did bike brakes. But you wouldn't want to ride out here on a bike get your brakes fixed, and then have to walk home because they're fixing your bike up. Leave the bike store will probably be the ticket for that. This might have to be a part 1, part 2, part 3. I said that about the Mina Creek one, but then I ended up being able to fit it all on there. It's a nice house to my left. A couple of nice houses along here. Remember, there's a row of houses when you get close to Mourilyan Harbour as well. Another lot. I do think the Christian bookstore should have their sign right out near the road. A sign, like a sandwich board sort of sign or something to indicate exactly where it is. Places like that. Be good. Can't be too far off. It said 7 kilometres earlier. It's now 8:32 AM. 17.3 kilometres. Another vehicle coming. Yeah, I think people should just be happy to see me being able to get out and about and do things. While I can. What's this road called? Johnston Street. Johnston Street. There we go. Some of the houses I remember. Oh, a lot of these houses would have been here back when I rode out back in the day. You can always hear stuff in the bushes, in the long grass and that, when you come along these sort of places. Animals and stuff. Oh, I can see part of the sugar terminal. Excellent. There's the extra houses that I remember. To my left. Nearly there. Another Cassowary sign. Take care, Cassowaries. Crossing. Oh, it'd be cool to see one. Capture it on video. That is. As we're coming up to where Timsy Seafood had his thing. Bait shop and all that down here. I went there a couple of times. I went there with a mate of mine and we got a pie and something to eat, and then we went there with someone else and got something. Way a long time ago. See if I can find it. Magentohavac. I think that's what it said on there. Building back there. Yeah, this one here. To my right. Yeah, it's all run down now. There's the tackle bait kiosk and all that written there. In the corner of B-O-R-T-O-N. Street just stops there, it doesn't actually go anywhere. Okay, fair enough. I don't know why it's got a street name then. But anyway, maybe it did once. I wonder whether they thought this little street would become housing and all that, and it might eventually. Gulland Street, Gulland. One of the ways to the terminal, bulk terminal, because I'm not going to go all the way up. STL, got on there. There's no way I'd go all the way. Anyway, let's turn around. You can always tell the old mill houses, they have a particular style to them. Trying to avoid all the potholes. There we go. So we made it. I thought we would, but I just worried about the rain. Yeah, see the sugar terminal, box sugar terminal to my left. 814-3 end, Queensland Government. Conditions of entry. Port of Mourilyan. Oh, I used to be able to go through that part. Coast Guard and the boat ramp and all that are back there. Go right up there once we've done our turn around up here. Now there's a turnaround part where there's a public phone and all that. So something's getting built here. Silica services. Restricted traffic area. No parking. Wow. Yeah, this has changed. As I was last year. All this area. Sugar truck exit only, strictly no admittance. Oh, didn't know there was a bit of a bump there. Oh, it says keep clear here. I was going to stop. Safety starts with us. Let's give you a quick pan across. Wow. See how huge it is. And it's still going. I'm a very detailed person, so I like to get a lot of detail so you can see it and look back, see what it looked like. Things do change. Yeah, you just better go down that road, if I remember rightly. It's alright. Don't need to go where we don't need to go, simple as that. STL Mourilyan Terminal, bulk sugar terminal capacity, 175,000 tonnes. Whew. Yeah, we'll get our little photos of that sign so you can have a read. Both signs. Sounds like someone's mowing. The side office. All that. Wow. It's pretty full on. Get out of people's way. There's plenty of room, but still like to be safe. Anyway, let's continue along up here. Yeah, Mourilyan Harbour. So along the coast and the ocean and that up here. Going 12 kilometres an hour. Wow. Oh, I did come along here and got a little bit of video one day. A friend of mine brought me out here, but didn't get to do too much. Friend was in a hurry, so didn't really get to see that much. why I'm taking my time and showing through as much as I can. It's interesting to look back and see the changes. Yeah, this is where the big ships come in. It would have been awesome if one was here. Some more fishing. Yep. Molasses pump house. Wow, I'll just go and turn up here where the one-way sign is. There's someone working up here. Oh, they're going fishing. Oh, they're going fishing. Port of Mourilyan. It's written in a lot of places. Yeah, this place here, I've always wondered what this was. Why that was there for. This little bit here. If anyone knows, let us know in the comments. If you got any old photos of this place, let us see them on old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Feel free to post them. If you've got a year, it'd be good. Yeah, I've never really got to see this in as much detail. Or even show it. It's sort of detail. You're sort of in a rush with people. Well, I've got as long as I want to take. So we're going ultra slow. Show what we can. Wow. Little jetty there, public jetty. There's people fishing. Coast Guard over there. The bike, so it doesn't stuff up. Doesn't go wobbly. There you go. It's something we get to see every day, so well, some people do, but I don't. Turn around and we've got to get it thing out again to the right speed. That's the good part. It's not exactly the best lighting. This direction because of where the sun is. Anyway. A little bit wobbly, 12's a bit better. Should have grabbed this camera out on the way through. Pedestrian crossing. Bulk sugar terminal. and put back and see this for history. Thought, well, if I'm going to come out here, I'm going to get as much as I can out of it. I'm on this distance. Really better this way. Jetty coming up. Jetty just here. People like to dump their rubbish. Coast Guard over here. Yeah, drive it up, pal, you're right. Four-wheel drive, pal. Four-wheel drive. Right, old bloke. Very ordinary day today, very quiet day. Yep. Sorry? 7D. Okay, so I'm leaving Mourilyan Harbour. Yeah, I think so. Plenty of video, plenty of photos. Should be all on the end of the video. The video might be put through the actual video unless I decide to put it on later on at the end of the video. So here we go. 22 kilometers distance. Excellent. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's certainly been done up down there since I last went there. That wasn't that long ago in a car. Last year sometime, I think. Didn't get to have a proper look, but I think they'd put in all the extra cameras and things since then. I don't think they had them then. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not 100% on that, but it just seemed like there's more to it now. Adjust the camera slightly so we can see a bit more. Head up to where Timsy's bait shop used to be. Might get a couple of photos if there's an easy spot to turn off. To get a couple of photos while we're at it. Go to the driveway so we can place the camera in that way. The video camera. Yeah, just here. That's where it was. Wow. Sad to see it basically gone. No, I'm sure most people know why it's not there anymore. I'm not going to mention it on video. Surprised someone else didn't take it over. Unless it wasn't put up for sale. Don't know. Anyway, mosey on along. Yeah, Havoc. Ugh. Names are just not ridiculously simple to read on your way past. Probably not the best name to be calling a business, but anyway, it's their own. All good. Oh, there's a Starlink Mini. Looks like a Starlink Mini. It looks too small to be a residential. Good thing to have out here too. Probably wouldn't be able to get normal internet. Usually the way back seems a bit faster. Not always with stuff. places we go, all of a sudden, hey, we're at Mourilyan or wherever, back at Mina Creek, or we're back at South Johnson, that sort of thing. Then other times, things go real slow. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, showing out there, riding really slow through there to get as much video as possible. Stop here. Forgot to plug my phone back into charge while I'm going along, so bear with me. A few seconds, there we go, clicks into place, and away we go. What's that? Johnston Street again. Lots of march flies out there, so be prepared for that. I've got area guard covering me, but it's still got bitten. People say, oh, try red, try this, try that, tropical strength, this and that. Yeah, they never work for me. Not for stuff like that. Mosquitoes, to a point, but that's it. Take a little while to get back to the Eddy Bay turn off. We might go through there and have a look. Might have to make that a separate video though. Because I've never actually gone through that. Been on Eddy Bay Road many times, but not when you turn off and go down these other streets. Side streets. If I remember, I'll show you the next to the highway where I said the bike track should go. Bike track slash footpath. Our brakes across there, where I mentioned before. Gone 24 kilometres, nearly 25. It's about average on some of these rides, but this will be longer. The Mina Creek one was like 45 kilometres all up. That's return to get home and that. From home, out there, around some of the side streets and that, and then back. Definitely check that one out. The cattle are running towards the fence. I don't know if you can see them on the other side, but they're chasing each other. Oh, there's horses too now. Oh, no, there's, oh, it's all cattle. Just they're in the shade, some of them. I notice with cattle, they're very curious. They're very, very curious. Waving to the cattle. Hello cattle, hello cows. See Bartlefree from here. Mount Bartlefree. Highest mountain in Queensland. That report injured animals. 1300, 130. Didn't see the rest. Alright, we'll stop here for a sec. I just want to fix up the camera. That's just too bright. As you can see, see how that goes. You might be able to see the clouds and the formations and whatever on our way through. The only thing is it makes it harder to see what's on the left and the right, especially to the left here where it's all shady. Well, that's what I can see on here. It always looks different when I put it on the editing software to, you know, and watch it on the TV and on the phone and all that stuff. So I always watch it multiple times on different devices so I can see what it looks like, just for so I can make it better or see if it's fine the way it is. It's set to auto, but it doesn't really do anything much. Lots of skeletons along here from roadkill. I don't know why animals don't learn not to race out in the road when there's cars. They mustn't have the capability to learn that. I don't know. Don't know how that works. Like wallabies and kangaroos and all that sort of stuff. Once they hear noises, they should go back. There's plenty of time where there's no cars in these sort of areas. They could jump across or walk across or whatever they do, depending on the animal. Land's for sale to my left. That white dog from earlier. On the line. Smell fuel. Oh. Bob Road, B-O-B, Bob. Bomba. Some more houses, both sides. Two horses. There to my left, beautiful horse. I watch a show called Heartland. It's a Canadian drama, a really good show. K-A-R-A Road, it's there. Yeah, it's definitely worth watching if you like horses. Yeah, definitely worth watching. It's on Netflix. A lot of seasons. It's definitely a good one to binge. And if you've got a Samsung TV, there's Samsung channels, free Samsung channels if you've got one. It's new enough to have that from the last like 5 years or so. You'll see there's a Heartland channel on there now that plays Heartland 24/7. It's better to watch it from the start so you get the gist of it. But yeah, there's one way to watch it if you don't have Netflix. Like a dinosaur skeleton on this post up here. Don't know if you can see it, but I'll show off on video. Hope so. Well done. Might be a bit distracting for people driving past, because they're not used to it being there. That's if they notice it, of course. Getting there. Slowly but surely. Lots of pedalling. This place is for sale. I went past it before, obviously. All the gravel on the side of the road get me. Makes it a bit slippery, a bit unstable. Dragonfly. Another lily pads. Down in the little drain creek gully. Where we wanted to go. Back on Mourilyan Harbour Road, we just had a look down different places around Eddy Bay. Like the stuff that's off Eddy Bay Road and all that. Hopefully it'll all fit on the one video, but if not, it'll be a separate video, that part. If you're watching this and there's a start and an end for the Eddy Bay part, bear with me. Try and put it all together as one long video, and then separate some of it as well. So the Eddy Bay part will hopefully be in the one video with Mourilyan Harbour, and then I'll also do a separate version. There we go. Very glad I went down Eddy Bay Road to have a look at that. It's nice little subdivisions, all these little roads and that. Little streets and closes. Yeah, very nice. Very good. Like I said in the original video, we'll try and show you where I mean they should put the bike track / footpath along the highway where the old highway used to be. But we're still going to get up to Mourilyan and all that first. Railway bridge. Some people go out a fair way to stop them from hitting you, and some people come real close. I think some people think they're smart doing it, trying to scare people, and then other people just don't understand. It's Cornerstone Christian Bookstore, where I was talking about before, to my left. Kid that was on the wrong side of the road before, now he's on the wrong side of the road on this side. Dangerous for both of us. But he can go around. If he's going to do the wrong thing, he can go around. We have safety, common sense. Got me away, so that's something. What we got up here? Flynn Road. So we're nearly in Mourilyan. Merrilyan sign right here. Needs a good tidy up, good clean up. Probably needs one of those memo country ones. So it's readable. I think it's seen better days. Nearly up to the Mourilyan State School already. There you go. Another push cyclist. This is on the right side of the road. Nearly up to the Caster Park turn off, getting close to that. There's a school to my right, nearly up to the bakery. Should have went down the side street, cut off the corner, then we showed the other part before. Yeah, Mourilyan Bakery to my right. Little police station. Caster Street, Caster Park, C&K Mourilyan District Kindergarten. There we go. Caster Park where the Boogie Stars play, soccer, football. Through road, of course it stops up here. As I knew. Places for sale on the corner. To my left. It's an older sort of area. Not old, I think it was like late 80s, early 90s. Not too sure of that. Just the design. There's nothing wrong with the design, it's just, yeah. And it just stops up here, of course, like they do. No need to go all the way along. Yeah, just thought I'd show Caster Street. All right up. Lucky there are dogs behind a fence. Lucky for me. Place is for sale to my right. Might stop here and have some of my soft drink, just at this Caster Park at the soccer ground here. Charlie Gamulya building. Just here will do. Works for me. So you can have a quick look at that while I give myself a rest. It's the playground, back of the houses. I did walk out here and I did video showing around here properly, so I'm sure that video is still available. Innisfail United Football Club. Tony Tulloch Memorial Stand, T-O-L-I-C. That one that you can see straight ahead, where it says get in the game. Let's get going. It's quite boiling hot, because I want to go around the back of that service station just to show that new one. Go around, see if they've put anywhere to lock up a bike. They should, even for their workers, if there's any that need it. Anyway, mosey on off out of here. Ticket booth on my left. The trains. Cane trains, that is. I'm going to cut this corner and go down the side street, a bit safer. It's Discovery's childcare that I mentioned before, and the church mentioned on the way out. Canberra Street, C-A-N-B-E-R-R-A, Canberra, the capital city of Australia. Australian Capital Territory, whatever, Canberra. C-O-M-B-A-L-A Street. Yeah, I don't know how to say some of these names. But anyway, that's alright. I don't need to know. Oh, it helps to know, but yeah. I remember walking through here. All looks familiar. What do we got here? P-E-R-G-R-I-M-E. Okay. Go down to the end. G-O-W-R-I-E, I think this one is. Anyway, it gives you a bit of a look around Mourilyan and Castor Park, Castor Street and all that. Looks like an old church too. Nice plants on that one. Very nice plants. Just checking something. There's noise on the back. I don't know. Don't like something that's fallen off, but it hadn't. Windscreen's O'Brien up here. To my right, see O'Brien on there. Glass with care. A1 windscreens. Yeah, G-O-W-R-I-E Street. See if we can get straight across. Yes, we can. Woohoo! So we're leaving Mourilyan. Far North Plumbing. Missing pet reward $1,000. Midway butcher signage. Yeah, a lot busier this time round. Coming back as I anticipated, literally. So we went down before. I wonder if the puddle's still there, or whether it's warm enough to have evaporated it. The old road. And find out when we get up here to my left. Should be able to see it there, see how good it is. Certainly should be. No, there's still the puddle, but that's alright. Is the puddle worse? Could be. But yeah, no. Go along here and there's a bridge and all that. Definitely worth turning into it. Road pathway. Sort of shared with these houses here. We're done up. There's a Tesla. Nins Creek. Does sort of flood here a bit. Go around. I can go around it. Only just. Wow. Yeah, if that was built up a little bit, it'd be better for the path, the road. But yeah, see how it is, see how little really needs to be done to do it up and turn it into one. I've mentioned it so many times when the council say stuff on Facebook and all that about pathways and pathway network and all this. Other people need to do it. It's time for other people to start putting their 2 cents worth in about it and mentioning it to the council. Fix this part up down here, which is a bit horrible, but you know, I think it's fixable. All this here. Look, this part here is still perfectly fine. Vantage Point Tourist Park signage. Advertising, most dogs welcome. Just cut this back a little bit. Spray the weeds. Yeah, I don't know how far extra I can get down here though. Might have to turn back at parts. But still, if they marketed this and did it properly, it'd be great. You just look at it in the video and see what I mean. Join it up to Mourilyan Road and the bridge, the Centenary Bridge. Fix this part up. That's the thing, there's just these little bits. You probably don't even need a bridge here. Just, you know, close it up a bit, you know, like put some more tarmac, whatever, on there. I don't know, I'm not a structural engineer or any of that stuff. But I just see this wasted here. Absolutely wasted. It should go all the way to the Mourilyan Road, to the service station, all that stuff from Mourilyan. Definitely. Yeah, see, I think this is where I'd have to try and find a bit to get on the thing. But you can see that the old road's still there in the spot. So that's the thing. Yeah, it's all wasted here. Probably time to try and get back on the road. Or turn back. Yeah. But yeah, you can get the idea though. The sort of infrastructure is sort of there still. And a lot of places are still fully there. There we go. Excellent. Glad I got to show that. But I walked on that when I was when I was walking out here. You can see it. Not far from the service station, I think. Common loop. Change that common loop to somewhere easier to ride and come out somewhere. Bypass some of the stuff for riding would be good. Yeah, I can see the service station up here. The August Moon Caravan Park to my right. There's still nowhere to properly lock up a bike. I don't like that. That's a poor choice. I don't think it'd take much for them to put one in. Put in a couple of EV chargers out the back, down the side or wherever. Yeah, there's nowhere. Which I think's a bit silly. Anyway, let's continue along our merry way, leaving the United Pie-Face Servo quick stop, whatever you want to call it. It's quite nice in there. I recorded a video in there, so feel free to check that out. About a month or so ago, I recorded one out there, in there and that, when I walked out, did it there, so feel free to check that out. Cactus and Succulent Nursery, 6 Major Street, Ravenshoe. There we go. DAN road on there. It used to be QMAC across the road. And the antique place. It was closed last time I walked along, but that might have been a Sunday as well, I'm not too sure. I'm not a big fan of crossing here, but we're going on to Mourilyan Road. And away we go. Now we're on Mourilyan Road. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes. Keep memories alive for us to each generation to see. Check the links in the description if you want to donate to the channel. There's a PayPal link. It's always the best way to do it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Watch the video all the way through. That always helps. Check out old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Feel free to add your own photos anywhere from Babinda to Cardwell in between and including. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay cool, and this way to stay dry, and we'll catch you in the next one.